Weslaco, major police presence at a local high school. Why they were there and the warning authorities have tonight.
Plus the punishment announced today for an Edinburg North student who showed up to school with a gun. And another man is charged with capital murder in a burnt bodies investigation out of Benitez. New video from today's arraignment.
Also ahead, new video of buoys deployed in the Rio Grande in Brownsville. Cameron County commissioners say they want them gone.
Sunshine, windy and warm across the valley today. Tomorrow, windier and warmer. Your updated forecast straight ahead as Channel 5 News at 5 begins right now.
You're watching the Valley's News Channel. Channel 5 News at 5 starts now with breaking news.
We begin with that warning from Weslaco Police. It comes after a phone call sent them rushing to Premier High School. Thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Javier Guerra.
And I'm Christine Galvan. Off the bat, we want to tell you no one was injured and police did not find a gun on campus, but they did get a phone call today that they could not ignore. Melissa Brandy is live in Weslaco with the details and that warning from police.
We're live on Premier High School and Weslaco on Hager Avenue. As you guys can see behind me, there's no police anymore here at the scene. Weslaco Police says their response stemmed from a phone call to the school. The caller said there was a shooter on campus and hung up. The school immediately went into lockdown and police were called to the school. Police cleared the school and did not find an active threat. Weslaco Police now have this warning for the public.
It's very important not to be making these threats, okay? We take these threats very seriously when it comes to the safety of our community and our students. Any threats like this will be taken very seriously and are punishable by jail time if an offense is determined, okay?
Parents did come pick up their children from school. So far, no arrests have been made. In Weslaco, Melissa Brandy, Channel 5 News at 5.
Premier High School is an open enrollment charter school. There are 6 campuses in our area. 5 are in Hidalgo County. 1 is in Brownsville. They are headquartered in the DFW area.
Now, we first brought you this breaking news story on our KRGV News app. If you don't have it, you can download it for free. Just search KRGV News in the Google Play and App Store. Sign up for push alerts so you can get breaking news notifications sent straight to your phone. You can find updates to the story as it develops. You can also follow along with any other breaking news on krgv.com. Today's shooting scare comes nearly a year after an Edinburg North student brought a gun to school. Kinsey J. Lida was sentenced by a federal judge today to 2 years in prison. No mugshot for the boy because this is a federal case. Authorities say they found a gun and a loaded magazine inside his backpack. No one was hurt.
An update now on a double murder investigation out of Hidalgo County. Juan Alvarado is now charged with capital murder. He is the 6th person to be arrested in connection with the 2 bodies that were found in a burning car in Benitez. That discovery happened earlier this month. Since then, 2 women have been charged with evidence tampering and 4 men, now including Alvarado, have been charged with capital murder. Authorities say one of the men pointed the finger at Alvarado.
The witness also informed investigators that Alvarado admitted being present when Pedro Garcia shot and killed Mario Morales and the female while inside the car. Investigators interviewed Alvarado, and Alvarado corroborated with the information that the witness had provided.
Also new today, you heard the name. Sheriff investigators did identify Mario Morales Jr. as one of the victims. The other victim was a woman. DNA results on her are not back.
One man is behind bars in Brownsville after authorities say he crashed into a home. Firefighters say the driver first hit a light pole. That then sparked a fire which spread to the home. A mom and her child were able to make it out of the home on time. Police say the driver took off after the crash. His name will be released once he is arraigned tomorrow. It's a cool morning and it turned into a warmer afternoon. A little windy out there. That is a live look at the Tuesday afternoon sky here in Weslaco.
Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith is here to get us ready for the evening hours. And Tim, are we in for another cooler night?
Cool's relative. It'll be cool, but not as cool as last night. How about that? We'll be in the 60s rather than the 50s. So yes, cool, but not chilly. We'll go with that. That's the view from Sky 5 right now here in Weslaco. We all warmed it to at least the 70s today. A couple places touched the 80-degree mark briefly. McAllen's still on the warm end of things at 79, Brownsville 74, but the wind has been quite gusty today. As we talked about yesterday, gusts up around 30 miles an hour, 34 this last hour in Harlingen. So a windy afternoon across the valley. And I think tomorrow's a lot like this, but just a little bit warmer and maybe even a little bit windier. So the heat is on, the wind is with us. The chance of rain, not anytime soon. We'll update your forecast in just a few minutes.
We've told you about the new border security river buoys installed near Brownsville. It happened last month. Today, Cameron County commissioners made their opposition official.
Now, if they don't approve and they pass a resolution, Channel 5's Stephanie Rosales is live near the area where the federal government is installing those buoys. And Stephanie, what can you tell us?
Javier, we are in the southmost area near Milpas Verde. We can see behind me where these orange buoys have been placed in the river. And throughout the past hour since we've been here, we continue to see crews dropping off these orange buoys. And as you mentioned earlier, the Cameron County commissioners passed a resolution opposing the buoys installed by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. The move is just symbolic. The item was placed on the agenda by Judge Eddie Trevino Jr. He says the county was not notified before the new type of buoys were brought to Brownsville. He believes they could pose risks to both the environment and public safety.
I felt that it was important that our local residents, that we speak for our local residents and the concerns that have been raised, and that we've seen ourselves individually.
More than 10 people attended today's meeting to voice support for the resolution. Several say they're worried about the impact on people, wildlife, and the environment. We spoke with some of those residents who addressed the court. We'll hear from them coming up at 6. We are live in Brownsville. Stephanie Rosales, Channel 5 News. At 5.
Now, First Warn 5 traffic.
Well, if you're in the Upper Valley, things are slow going from Edinburg toward McAllen or from the Mid-Valley toward McAllen. All this red on here because the highway's down to just a lane or two as you get closer in to that area. You can see it slows down once you get to about Veterans. It slows down almost to Nolana now, coming all the way down and then into the far interchange. All the interest is right here. The highway's kind of split out into two lanes on the outer edges while they do work on that overpass right there over Business 83. If we look at the camera, this isn't bad now, but you see the outside lane or the center lane and then the lane over on the outside as well, running very, very slow. But the two middle lanes closed. Every once in a while, a car zips through there, maybe trying to get from here to here. But this is because of the construction on the bridge just behind me there. That's the expressway right there in far. If we go a little bit farther to the north, this is what it looks like southbound coming from Edinburg, trying to get into the interchange. This truck has been disabled on the side of the road for quite some time this afternoon, making things even worse. But eventually, you get to the interchange. Just know it's going to take a while to get through there this afternoon. Again, we take a look at the camera in Alamo. This one's moving pretty well, but that likely will slow down before we get to 5:30 or so as well. This is traffic headed toward McAllen as well. So travel time is very slow right now. Weslaco to McAllen's 39 minutes. Normal is 14, so it's taking a while. Harlingen to McAllen almost an hour. Brownsville to McAllen 62 minutes right now. Still 12 minutes longer than normal, but that's not bad because you got a long way to go. But still, count on extra time, maybe find another way. Avoid the interchange right now going from Edinburg toward McAllen or from the Mid-Valley toward McAllen. Either direction, if you're westbound, it's going to take some time. That's an updated traffic look. We'll take another look a little bit later on.
Next at 5, the State of the Union address is tonight. The president preparing to address Congress and the nation, what he's expected to discuss.
And later in the newscast, we're live in Harlingen where wild animals are popping up near a local park.
You're watching the Valley's News Channel with Christine Galvan, Javier Guerra, First Warn 5 Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith. This is Channel 5 News at 5. The traffic report is supported by J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys.
Built to tough it out and to take it easy. built to carry tradition and to make new ones. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere.
Qualified buyers get 2.99 APR financing for 72 months plus $1,000 of Venture cash on a 2026 Tundra. Offer ends March 2nd.
Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Hector Garza, Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council, which represents Border Patrol agents across the country. Our members are proud to endorse John Cornyn for Senate. Senator Cornyn votes with President Trump 99% of the time. Together, they secured funding to finish the wall and hired 3,000 new Border Patrol agents. Senator Cornyn and President Trump are keeping Texans safe. John Cornyn is tough on illegal immigration.
I'm John Cornyn, and I approve this message. Join my team and give today.
At the Monarch Family Medicine Clinic, we're happy to serve you and your loved ones. It doesn't matter if you're young or young at heart. We treat everyone with the compassionate, quality medical care they deserve. With us, you can always see a doctor and get back to spending time with your family. Monarch Family Medicine, Suite 104 in Doctors Plaza West, right next to Mission Regional Medical Center.
When it comes to your health care, Bobby Pulido believes you should be in charge, not politicians in Washington or Austin. Bobby will stand up for women to be able to make their own choices about pregnancy and abortion, guided by their faith, their doctor, and their family, not the government. And Bobby will fight for affordable health care for hardworking families. South Texas can trust Bobby Pulido to fight for us in Congress. BDA PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Mr. Rubin, sir?
Yes, Jesse?
There's been a terrible mistake here at Colair.
Actually...
Someone sent a whole shipment of water heaters.
Yes, I ordered.
You're ordering me to return them. Honest, sir.
No, I ordered them. Colair installs water heaters now.
Because we don't install water heaters.
Yes, we do.
I mean, you'd have to be a lunatic to suggest...
Call Colair because we care.
Mr. Rubin, did I just infer that you're a lunatic?
No, you implied that I'm a lunatic.
Well, that's a relief.
A live look at the nation's capital. That's where President Trump will deliver his State of the Union address tonight. It will be the first of his second term. The White House says the president will largely focus on the economy.
The governor of Virginia will deliver the Democrats' response following the president's speech. Her team says she will likely focus on affordability and immigration enforcement. You can watch tonight's State of the Union address right here on Channel 5. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. our time.
Javelina sightings in Harlingen. Why experts say more are being seen.
A lot of sunshine all across the valley today, including at the coast. What a beautiful day it is there. The sea's settling down. Temperature-wise, it's been running low 70s there all day. Still right at 70 degrees with a southerly wind about 16. Windy, warm again tomorrow, valley-wide. We'll update your forecast after the break.
Once a year, a rhythm thunders across Texas. It can't be tamed. It can only be driven. Texas is Ford Truck Month. Let's ride. These trucks, they haul, tow, and conquer everything in their path. So hold on tight and drive the Stampede.
Drive Super Duty with 0 for 60, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus 1,000 truck month bonus cash.
Ford is the best in Texas.
I'm Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. I led the fight to increase the homestead exemption from $15,000 to $200,000, eliminating school taxes for the average Texas senior. I raised the homestead exemption to $140,000 for those under 65, cutting average school taxes in half. And protecting Texans' health is always important to me. That's why I dedicated $3 billion over the next decade for Alzheimer's research.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, keeping Texas the most conservative state in America.
I am giving him my total endorsement.
We recognize both the sales contribution to the market, but also, and more importantly, the commitment to the client experience. And so congratulations.
Thank you very
everyone.
much.
Yeah, for sure. A round of applause.
Usted son mi familia. Award of Excellence and Global Award of Excellence. Top 50 in the nation because of you. 25th anniversary.
Get a 2025 Nissan Rogue or Murano with 0% APR. 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days. Your choice.
Nana Pauco.
Orale.
James Tallarico on ice.
This is the United States of America. We're not supposed to fear our government. Our government is supposed to fear us.
James Tallarico has a plan to fight back.
We must impeach Secretary Kristi Noem. We must prosecute agents who have abused their power. And we must haul these masked men before Congress so the world can see their faces.
James Tallarico, Democrat for U.S. Senate. Lone Star Rising PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Design you feel in every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Get 0.9% APR and no monthly payments until spring on these Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
Javelinas are wild animals, and they are popping up in Harlingen. City leaders say do not be alarmed.
Now, they say this is normal, and it's because of seasonal behavior for the javelinas, especially in neighborhoods near water. Channel 5's Karen Lucero is live near one of those hot spots. And Karen, any activity out there right now?
We are at McKelvey Park here in Harlingen, just steps away from the Arroyo Colorado. Right now, there are no javelinas out here. That's because they're primarily nocturnal, but the city says this is one of the most common places you might be able to see one. The city says sightings of javelinas inside city limits typically happen this time of year. They're drawn to water sources like the Arroyo Colorado, where they can also find food like acorns. That means people who live near the water may spot them wandering through their yards. If you do see one, keep your distance and do not approach it.
Texas Parks and Wildlife says that we cannot trap them or relocate them. If they're confined in a particular area, we can shoo them out of the area.
The city says there are no reports of anyone getting hurt or any property being damaged. We spoke with a man who lives near the river, and he's actually seen a javelina near his property. His advice to people who may encounter one coming up at 6. Live in Harlingen, Karen Lucero, Channel 5 News.
Now, First Warn 5 weather with Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith.
Hey folks, it has been a windy and warm day across the valley. The wind really picking up about midday and getting quite gusty this afternoon. Right now, it's out of the south about 17. We're at 75 degrees. Dew point's working its way back up now in the 50s after being in the 40s for the last couple of days. Temperature-wise, 60s to the coast, 70s across most of the valley, then 81 still in the far western Rio Grande City. Brownsville 74. Harlingen 75. These are the current wind gusts, and again, over 30 miles an hour across a lot of the areas. So certainly a windy afternoon, and tomorrow looks every bit as windy as today, maybe even more so. Yesterday, this graph was showing gusts up to about 28, 29. For tomorrow, it's showing up to 31, 32. So probably a windier day, and it starts that way first thing in the morning. Unlike today, when the wind was pretty calm early, tomorrow it'll be windy at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So count on a gusty southerly wind all day long tomorrow, starting probably before the sun comes up. It may not die down much tonight at all. High temperature-wise tomorrow, we're hotter than today, and a lot of us got to right around 80 today. Tomorrow, closer to 90 in the west, mid to upper 80s in the east, and then the beach about 74, Port Isabel even 35. So we're going 88, 95, 87 the next 3 days. The normal 77s, we're going to beat that before lunchtime across most of the area. Weak front late Thursday into Friday. It spends about 12 hours here. It cools off about 5 degrees, then it warms right back up. The impact of that front, minimal, and it certainly looks like it'll come in with very little fanfare. You look at tomorrow, sunny skies all day long. Thursday, for the most part, sunshine again. We go to Friday. There's a front in there somewhere, but it has little to no impact. Maybe some patchy clouds Friday. That's about it. Go on into Saturday, mostly sunny skies again, so little to no chance of rain anytime soon, and not much of a cool down either, as we showed you. Rain chances Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at 0. And right now we don't see much to the end of next week either. There's some indication we might get a pattern flip by the end of next week after the big ridge that's moving across the top of us gets farther to the east, but that's the second half of next week at the soonest. Rest of Texas pretty warm today. 79 Laredo, 74 San Antonio, 73 all the way up to Dallas. So we bottom out about 63 tonight under mainly clear skies. Wind diminishes a little 5 across the area today. Even warmer on Thursday, hot and breezy, 95, sunny and warm on Friday. Even behind that very, very weak front, little difference to the temperatures. 90, 89, 89 as we head into next week. Don't see much change, not any big changes, and little to no chance of rain anytime soon. That's your updated First Warn 5 forecast.
Next at 5, the Valley story told like you've never heard it before. Meet the filmmaker behind it in this week's Made in the 956.
Right now at Bert Ogden Subaru, lease a new 2026 Crosstrek for just $239 a month lease during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, or make no payments for 90 days.
We shop the competition so you don't have to. Bert Ogden Subaru in Edinburg. Dale gas.
Billionaires don't just influence politicians, they own them. That's why I don't take corporate PAC money. It's why I fought to cap campaign contributions. In the Senate, I'll ban billionaires from making unlimited secret donations. I'll stop members of Congress from trading stocks, and I'll raise taxes on those at the top to fund tax cuts for the rest of us. I'm James Tallarico, and I approve this message because our government should work for all of us, not just billionaires.
My name is Mireya Alvarez. Other place is excellent and friendly service, and the Nana's warranty and oil changes are very convenient. My name is Mireya. I am.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 4.9% APR on 2026 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade.
Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractors, where it's always tractor season at Rock and Blue Sales. Right now, we have the lowest finance rates with payments that make sense. Check out our full line of the new MT2 through MT7 tractors from 25 to 101 horsepower, featuring four-wheel drive, quick-attach front-end loaders, skid-steer compatible buckets, shuttle shift or hydrostatic transmission, and a 6-year warranty. More tractor, less money. And we're still here to save you a bucket full of money. Dare to compare before you buy.
Made in the 956 is supported by Bert Ogden Subaru.
Every year, Bert Ogden Subaru partners with various community organizations to do our part in giving back. That's the Subaru Love Promise. Visit us today and see how you too can help at Bert Ogden Subaru, Edinburg.
From Romont to South Padre Island, the valley is definitely rich in history.
And now one local filmmaker is looking to tell the story of the valley through a documentary. It's this week's Made in the 956.
February 2nd, 1848.
A project more than 5 years in the making.
It just became a thing that I started, and I knew I needed to finish it.
Weslaco native and filmmaker Gene de la Garza has created content about the valley for years, but this time he wanted to dig deeper.
This story is one of those stories that you don't ever hear about. You really have to go out there and research it on your own.
So he created the documentary, The King and His Magic Valley.
I started off the movie by saying, have you ever heard of the nickname the Magic Valley, or why the Rio Grande Valley is called the Magic Valley? It's actually a nickname that was created by these developers like John Sherry that came from the Midwestern states.
Those developers saw the fertile land in the valley and an opportunity. But with that opportunity came hardships for many who already lived here.
At the same time, land theft was involved, economic colonization was involved, and you had the exploitation of the resources and the land, and of course the Mexican Americans, the Mexicans, and the Tejanos that were being exploited.
For Gene, it's important people hear the full story of how the Rio Grande Valley came to be. The 35-minute documentary takes a look at how the region developed, the rise of the citrus industry, the lives of farm workers, the oppression many faced, and the Chicano movement.
I want people to just go out and do their own research. It's really, that's the most important. Like, this project wasn't about me, it wasn't about status, it was about sharing the story and getting it out to the people.
The documentary also highlights the importance of the Hidalgo pump house in the valley's history. The King and His Magic Valley is available on YouTube for free. As a filmmaker, Gene has traveled the world documenting his travels, but the valley is home.
Words don't do it justice. Yes, I've been able and blessed to travel, and I experienced different cultures from Japan to Egypt to Greece, but here in the valley, we just have a unique culture, and I just love it so much. I mean, there's, like, again, words can't describe the love and the feeling I have for the valley.
He hopes the film will inspire people to learn more about the place they call home. Gene de la Garza and his documentary, The King and His Magic Valley, are made in the 956.
Pump Patrol is next after the break. Keep it here. We're back in about 2 minutes.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $8,000 on this 2026 Sierra 1500 model. We are professional grade.
President Trump needs Republicans he can count on, but he can't trust Wesley Hunt. Hunt missed hundreds of votes, including votes to deport domestic abusers, child molesters, and violent criminals here illegally. President Trump shouldn't have to hunt for Wesley's vote. John Cornyn always votes with President Trump to build the wall, secure the border, and protect Texans. John Cornyn, the man President Trump can trust. Texans for conservative majority is responsible for the content of this ad.
Where there's a river, there's growth. And where there's growth, there's opportunity. At Rio Bank, community is our calling. We're here to help your family, your business, and our community thrive today and for generations. From personal banking to business solutions, we're ready to do more for you. Because at Rio Bank, we're your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
Okay, so there are multiple Democrats running for Senate, but only one of us is already fighting Trump to lower costs, protect healthcare, and raise wages. Only one of us has taken on bullies from the courtroom to Congress and won. And only one of us is being attacked by Governor Abbott and billionaires on TV because they know I fight for you. And together, we can win. I'm Jasmine Crockett, and I approve this message because the only thing they fear more than one of us is all of us.
Born with power. Tested by time. Texas is Ford Truck Month. Woo! And this is Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years straight. Hop in and drive the Stampede.
Drive F-150 with 0 for 60, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days, plus 1,000 truck month bonus cash.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Back now with a look at gas prices across the valley. Let's see what our in-house team found today.
Hey, Valley News photographer Ramiro Castro Jr. Out here, South Padre Island, corner of Padre Boulevard and Polaris Drive, where your gas is $2.75 a gallon.
Everybody, Jeremy Bachniak, Channel 5 News photographer. Happy Tuesday to you. We are in Ford today off of West Nolina Loop, where you can find a gallon of gas for $2.75.
Hey everyone, news photographer Kevin Tippins here. I'm here on East Alton Glory Boulevard and Paredes Line Road, where gas here at Stripes in Brownsville is $2.75.
Looks like everybody got $2.75. Today's best price, $2.75. South Padre Island, Far in Brownsville.
Where is Jerry? We need him to save us from the $2.75.
Come on, Jerry.
If you see a better deal, we want to know about it. Take a picture, send us an email to news@krgv.com.
Today's best price is also today's worst price. No matter how you look at it, it's all the same. There you go. Next 7 days, the temperatures are not changing much. 95 on Thursday. It's February, right?
Yeah.
95.
Last I checked.
And then as we finish the month and head into March, we're still running about 90 every day. Little to no chance of rain. At least nighttime lows do drop to the 60s, so the mornings are mild, but afternoons are sunny, windy, and very warm.
All right, and that is going to do it for us at 5.
More local headlines are coming up in just 30 minutes. Have a great one.
The Beach Camera is sponsored by the South Padre Island Convention and Visitors Bureau. Closed captioning brought to you by Channel 5 and Clark Chevrolet